EA Studios. Step into a new dimension.
Hi guys, welcome back to another DNA Studios episode. Yep, that is right, another one. First thing I want to do is I want to start off by saying Happy New Year, guys. It is 2023. Can you believe it? Probably not, because I know I can, and I feel old. Sorry. Anyway, today's episode is going to be about manga. Yeah. And kind of just a little comparison on anime and manga and how stories go, and also just kind of what's out there. And also, I will talk a little bit about Chainsaw Man and the manga and how it follows the anime, and I'll talk about the anime a little bit as well, a little more about the anime. So in my last upload for Chainsaw Man, the last thing I did for Chainsaw Man was just a first impressions. I didn't go into the story at all, and I didn't say anything about the show. Now, the anime is almost wrapped up, and I also didn't talk about the manga in the first impressions because I hadn't gotten a chance to get a hold of the manga. But now that I have the first book, I can talk a little bit about the manga. And I will tell you that there are spoilers in here, so be careful if you have not watched the Chainsaw Man anime or you haven't read Chainsaw Man. You don't want to watch this. Now, you might have read on our site about Chainsaw Man, which is good. So if you have read some of the articles on Chainsaw Man, or if you have watched the anime, then you should be all caught up. You shouldn't. Hopefully, you won't. Hopefully, nothing will be spoiled for you. Now, the anime is currently, I think, at 10 or 11. Currently, they're almost done. It's only 12 episodes, so it's almost wrapped up. But yeah. So anyway, let's get into this. Let's talk a little bit about the manga and about the anime and how they kind of stack up. Now, I got a hold of this for the holidays, but anyway, I got a hold of this for the holidays, and I have been reading this, the Chainsaw Man, the first thing, and I really like it. And many of you guys know, I also watched the anime. I really like the anime, and I also really like the manga. The two are pretty much identical. There is not much difference. I think there's like very slight in the manga. They go more into kind of the beginning of how things start, and there's just a little bit, tiny bit more, it seems like, in the manga than what is in the anime. Not by much. Not much. The story is the same. It's still about Denji and his dream to live a peaceful life and spending time with a girl he likes, and doing all the stuff that normal people would do, and then also him being forced to kill devils because he's in debt and is trying to get out of debt due to his family and at least it was due to, I think it's his father leaving behind, and his situation. His father left behind a whole bunch of debt for him, and so he then took on that debt after his father dies, and so he's trying to get out of debt. So same exact story, and he meets Miss Machina after becoming Chainsaw Man, and the whole thing goes through. So it does. The manga, that all still happens in the manga. Everything the way the anime starts is also the way the manga starts. The only difference really is just the manga. I think the manga, in the first chapter of the manga, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more content, maybe just a tiny bit more. They definitely show Pochita a little more, but probably not much. It is so close, so like it is literally almost dead on to what the anime shows. There might be just a tiny bit more, and they do go into a little bit more about Denji in the manga as well. So you do learn a little bit more about him in the manga as towards the anime. So they might have cut out maybe a tiny bit in the anime, but not much. It does pretty much follow the anime, and then the anime does follow the manga pretty much to the T almost. Like I said, there's very slight minor differences, but you probably won't notice, and if you do, it'll be very hard to to notice. Other than that, I mean, everything I said in my first impressions, characters, artwork, story, all of it is amazing. It's all really good. One of the things I will say uh, is that the story, I feel like the story is too short, at least for the anime. So I'm not sure currently how many volumes of the manga there are, but I do know that there's more to the story than just what the anime had. The 12 episodes that the anime has, um, the 12 episodes of the first season of the anime. So I'm hoping this one will get another season. I don't know. Currently, they haven't said any more about whether they're doing another season or a second season. I so hope so. It'd be so awesome if they do another season, but it depends. Comedy. This show is there is some comedy elements to it. The barf episode was really funny, and the also the toilet stuff where Denji's cleaning the toilet. Those were also really hilarious. And I believe now it doesn't. I haven't read the second volume yet, so I don't know. But as far as I know, this whole book is pretty much the anime pretty much follows this whole book and pretty much is the same thing. The art in the book is also really cool, just like the anime. If not, probably the art may actually be better in the manga than in the anime, actually. But yeah, art is amazing. So yeah, I mean, it follows it perfectly. There's not much I can say that is that much different. So if you're looking for, if you're looking to pick it up, definitely give it a shot. But yeah, now since this episode is gonna have spoilers, I can talk more about the anime. I cannot wait till. Well, I've only seen so far up to 10, so I can't wait till the end. I can't wait to see what happens in the end. Um, but yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, sorry, because I might spoil something for you. But yeah, really awesome. And for anyone who's wondering, there is other. So with manga, um, usually the manga is what the source material is usually for most anime, but sometimes like I think this was the case with Naruto where when they first no I'm sorry, this is the case with Full Metal where they ended up doing the first Full Metal series that originated the original series for Full Metal Alchemist followed the manga for the beginning part and then spun off into its own separate thing, into a more anime-like storyline. Um, and then a few years later, they did Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and picked up and followed the manga exactly. So you will see in some, not everything, but like in some anime, they will sometimes they will and usually now actually it's more common now where they will follow the manga exactly, not everything because Rosario Vampire did not follow the manga when they did the anime. That's one I would like to see redone actually, and have it redone to follow the manga. And also the other thing too is that not all, so in this is a weird case, and in some cases, the manga leaves out stuff in which they do a novel version, which um, that's the case with Sword Art. I kind of like the Sword Art novel because the novel kind of is more book-like, and that will give you more details. Now, that's not every time, but sometimes there are cases like that. But it is interesting to see, and sometimes they differ. There are like slight differences sometimes between anime and manga. Nothing crazy usually, and with Chainsaw Man, there is not much. There's tiny bits, but it's like barely noticeable. Um, and yeah, I mean, if you guys are wondering, we've covered some of this already, but if you want to read more or you're looking for more, there's a whole bunch of write-ups on our website. Go check it out and go read more because there's a ton. But anyway, guys, just want to tell you my little in-depth opinion on Chainsaw Man, the manga, and also talk a little bit about the manga and the anime and some of that stuff. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, go pick this up. It's awesome. Viz has it, and you can probably do it digital or or you can do the book. I prefer the book. Having a book, not everyone does, but I like it. So yeah, if you're someone who wants to read Chainsaw Man, I highly recommend it. And I will actually be doing more. There will be another. I will have more on this kind of stuff. I'm planning to do another episode talking about digital manga and also the physical books. So it should be a really interesting. That should be an interesting episode. Look forward to that. That maybe I might be doing that on Friday, or might also come out next Wednesday. So keep an eye out. There will be an episode on that. This is just a really short kind of video for Chainsaw Man because I wanted to cover the manga. So yeah, guys. Anyway, have a good one. We hope you guys had a happy holidays and a happy new year, and stay tuned. So peace.
Hi there. Please subscribe or follow DNA Anime Blog and DNA Studios on all of their social media platforms. Okay, bye!